I'm really sorry, everyone, about this, but I finally found it within myself to make a few confessions to you. The main one being that, I mean, I posted about this before, but it's not the same when you actually have to say it live. Do it live, like Bill O'Reilly said that one time. But not like that at all. So the thing is, I kind of, like most other normal people, I really don't like NoMeansNo as a band. Even I know they, don't speak ill of the dead or the extremely, extremely, extremely old, but just out of, respect or pity or anger or whatever, or repression. But yeah, I don't like NoMeansNo. They're not my favorite band. They actually suck. They're worse than Rush even. Well, okay, they might not be as bad as Rush, but still. I mean, I've been leading everyone on thinking that, like, oh, I'm some sort of NoMeansNo fanatic. I learned so many of their songs, try to, bring them back to the young people today to, you know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. Is the reason I don't like NoMeansNo is that, well, Robert Wright basically ruined my childhood, because, I mean, it's hard to explain. 0 + 2 = 1. Like, you don't just spread that around. That's wrong. It's a lie. Why do they call me Mr. Happy? Cats, sex, and Nazis. And look where I am now. Because I was listening to that shit. Tipper Gore wasn't even around anymore because of fucking Jello Biafra. Don't even start me on that asshole. Penis landscape? Like, that hurts people. That's wrong. That's just wrong, okay? Jeez. Holiday in Cambodia? Like, it's a nice place. What's your problem, Jello? Like, you just ruined my childhood is what I'm trying to say. And it's not easy to say that kind of thing, because I respected you for a long time, but that's what you get for respecting people like Jello Biafra and Robert Wright and NoMeansNo. Bands like NoMeansNo, if you want to call it a band, it's more like a criminal organization, in my opinion. Hi there. Hey, keep it civil. Keep it civil. Okay, yeah. Just anyways. These guys have to stop reading so much Jordan Peterson, I tell you. Anyways, so, speaking of which, like, Kenny G. In case you haven't heard of him, he's an excellent artist. And if only I had just learned how to play saxophone, and it all comes back to Ducky Porn. And I don't know how, I don't know why. I think it might be Don Van Vliet's fault, actually, now that I think about it. Because I listened to Trout Mask Replica again this afternoon, and as usual, it ruined my day, and I can't stop listening to it. And I noticed that after listening to an hour-and-a-half interview with Don Van Vliet from, I think it was 1997 or 1993, where he confirmed that Tom Waits sucks, which independently is just an objective truth for the record, but it wasn't because Don Van Vliet said it. It's not that he's an authority. The problem is Captain Beefheart might actually be worse than Tom Waits when you think about it, because there are a lot of duck allusions in Trout Mask Replica, which already is weird, because if it's called Trout Mask Replica, then what are these ducks even doing in there? That's like weird, and it's like, it's not right. And the kids should have, stuck with Zappa, because the ones that went with Beefheart, like, they're in a place like, basically like this, talking to themselves, walking around in some sort of, whatever this is, like, is that a prison? I don't even know. Oh, it's a school. I forgot. We're in Canada. So anyways, I guess this is basically Captain Beefheart's fault. God rest his soul. And Kenny G, if you're still out there somewhere, just keep up with the good work. I'm doing my best here to destroy the legacy of these criminals, but, just imagine it, like, it's catching up in an elevator. You can't get people to work with elevator music by NoMeansNo. That's why I practically don't even have a job right now. I'm like looking at papers that people wrote and saying they got 80 or 20 or 55.7 in an orange claw hammer for effort. I don't even know. Anyways, just remember, kids, NoMeansNo is not a cool band. NoMeansNo is there to ruin your life. That's what they were always there for. Kenny G, on the other hand, or anything related to that kind of, you know, that excellence, that elevator quality where you feel like you're going up all the time and it feels really good and you feel great. Like, that's great. So Jordan Peterson, I really feel bad right now. The arm wrestle joke thing, I didn't mean it, or I did mean it, but I feel kind of bad. Like, can we wait a few months maybe? Have you even heard of it yet? Because my friend's doing something special for it to make, like, they're making a painting for you, and it's really nice. It's for the arm wrestle, but if you don't want to, I understand. It's totally consent based. I'm just saying, Berwyn is better than Fairview, and I was actually born in Fairview and you weren't, and you were born in Edmonton and you went to Harvard, so that's kind of pathetic. And I might let you win if you do agree to this, and I don't know, I'll incorporate it into my film about how you convert to communism after getting a gender reassignment, because Fairview really confused you about these things, man. And Bucko, or I'm sorry, Miss Bucko, Mr. Bucko, Mix Bucko, I don't even know. It's getting complicated now, because I saw you wearing a really long brim hat the other day and trying to hide who you were, and you're driving around a Mercedes. Like, come on, man, like, just drop it. Like, those are dangerous. Unless you have Kenny G playing, then it's safe. Just stick with the Kenny G. You'll bounce back and we'll be ready for that arm wrestle, man. And, like, no hard feelings. Communism is better than whatever it is that you're trying to promote, like genocide and capitalism and, I don't know, being a blowhard. But everyone makes mistakes. Life's difficult. Like you said, like Zizek told you, and you laughed at yourself. That was a nice part. That was a nice part. Just, I'll show you how to play some bass lines, and hey, maybe you can do some backup vocals. I don't know. We'll see. All right? Just lay off the cider. Maybe actually lay into the cider. Have a whole quart. You'll get a resistance to it, and you won't have those night terrors anymore, because it's definitely the cider. It's not the genocide.